Do you guys know the house of Oriza L Legrand?
I do.
If you've been following me though, you should know, because I've spoken about this house. And today, Dahlia and I are going to discuss five of their fragrances. 6 of their fragrances.
6.
Coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. That's right, today we're going to talk about the house of Oriza L Legrand.
They're French.
It's a French house. 3-4 years ago when I relaunched this channel, I spoke about not Vetiver, but the Chypre Mousse and Reve D'Ossian on the channel. But since then I've accumulated 3 or 4 others. Mm-hmm. So we're going to discuss them with you today. But if this is your first time tuning into the channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, and of course participating in giveaways and still haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So what are you familiar with when it comes to
It's
Oriza L Legrand?
Reve D'Ossian.
I think it was Reve D'Ossian, right?
Yeah, it was. We're trying very hard to pronounce it correctly.
Reve D'Ossian.
Yeah, this is one that I've. I think I discovered it at Lucky Scent years and years ago, and it at the time reminded me of the original Dolce Vita by Dior. Everybody has like the one that got away, like something that was reformulated or discontinued or whatever. And the original Dolce Vita was probably my first real perfume purchase. It was like at a duty free or something. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Oh my God, that would have been in either the very early aughts or the late 90s. And then it was reformulated or I'd moved on or whatever. And this smelled like my memory of it. I'm sure in real life
they're not the same.
They're quite different.
Yeah.
But it's a fizzy pink, sort of sparkly incense that is. There's a candle that goes with it as well. That's very, very strong. There's
a candle in this?
Yeah. Or there was. I don't know if there still is.
There might be actually.
It filled the room. It was not for the faint of heart.
That strong?
Really strong. Really, really like wall of scent, which is rare. There are not. Most candles are sort of like you don't even notice this, and it smelled just like it. It was really beautiful. Anyway, aesthetically, I love the tassel. I love if you hold up the label for them, they can see that it looks sort of like 1920s kind of. I don't know how old this house is. Do you?
So it is an 1800s house. It's been resurrected in the 2000s, late 2000s or somewhere around the 2000s. They brought it back. And it's a small shop in Paris. You can go and visit. I've been there a few times. Very nice people work there. It's a very, very historic looking shop with all their, historic and classic and vintage looking bottles. And the very first 2 fragrances I bought were Chypre Mousse and Reve D'Ossian. And I have a first impressions video. In fact, this is my second bottle of Chypre Mousse because I've decanted it for some friends. And now the bottles are like this. It's a little more interesting caps, as you can see, a little more heavier weight. Do you have any bottles from this house?
Mm-mm.
You don't have any bottles. But the previous bottles were in very more simplistic looking caps. But the new bottles are, of course, these beautiful, more heavy duty or caps. But they come in the similar boxes still. They're very colorful and very, very like... They look like vintage packaging to me, and they come ribbon wrapped, and it's just like a gift that you're receiving. And you open it up, and then open up the box, and the box, the bottles are sitting in there. But I fell in love with the 2 fragrances, Chypre Mousse and Reve D'Ossian. Reve D'Ossian reminds me of a Christian Orthodox church, but it's a lot more than just the incense from the church. It's lots of ambers. There's a lot of ambery touches. And then there's also some aldehydic notes in there. It's almost like you're smelling Coca-Cola incense or something because it's fizzy. There's a fizzy quality to the fragrance, which I really, really like. And
it feels very pink to me. It's not just that the label has pink on it, but it's there's something about the aldehydes and it's not... Like, for example, Rien by État Libre d'Orange is also incense and aldehydes, but that one doesn't have the pink. Yeah, something sort of, it's not fruity exactly, but it's probably the tonka bean.
I think Well, I think the benzoin and the Apoponax has a sweet touch to it.
Beautiful.
But there's no fruits.
No, there's no fruits. There's something just sort of, the gourmand is probably from those vanillic ingredients.
Very, very nice, yeah. But you do also experience like a tree resiny, sappy kind of a smell in there. There's a lot of piney touches. Is that a word to use? Piney?
Sure.
But would you consider, we ranked this in my first incense video.
I think it's one of the best. It's beautiful. And it's a standout from their line. I don't know what, other than Chypre Mousse and Reve L'Ossian.
Reve D'Ossian.
That one. I don't know a lot of them by name. This one is very memorable. I don't know why I never actually went for the bottle. I think it was never the right time for me, but I really love it.
Well, I think maybe because also we don't have representation of the brand here in the States. You can't physically go, because sometimes fragrances you have to keep going back to and touching them and feeling them and sampling them.
If I lived closer to Lucky Scent, maybe I would have ended up buying it, because I do think Lucky Scent carries this line.
They do carry the line.
So, yeah, if they were in San Francisco, which they're not.
But speaking of Chypre Mousse, this is one of the weirdest, most beautiful fragrances that I've put my nose on.
It's gorgeous.
It's different. Isn't it different?
Yes.
So Chypre Mousse is oak moss, soil tincture, mushroom, fennel, mint, clover, angelica, green notes, galbanum, vetiver, fern, clary sage. It smells like damp earth and really deep inside with that beautiful oak moss. And the oak moss in here reminds me of the oak moss in Rogue's Mousse Illuminée. But it's a different smell. It's just the oak moss that's reminding me of the oak moss in there. But as far as the smell goes, it's more like earthy and soily.
And a Chypre is defined by oak moss, but this is called Chypre Mousse, which a mousse I think is moss in French. So it's like double extra ground cover. It is a very ground-y kind of a smell, which is
earthy. It's very, very like earth in a bottle.
But I think it's really the mushroom, but it's a very dirty like dirt, not dirty like filth kind of a smell.
Yeah, you're not smelling dirty dirt. You're smelling earth, dirt from earth. Does that make sense? But typically Chypres feature oak moss, the mousse, and also labdanum, which I don't see listed in the notes, but also bergamot, which I also do not see listed, but most likely it's in there. But it's such a great fragrance. Everyone I've turned this one on to wanted a decant from me, so
you had to get another bottle.
Yeah, and the new bottles are not decantable. The original bottles are like they can just twist off like that. But such a gorgeous scent, Chypre Mousse. I love it.
It's very unusual. It's like if we did a Halloween fragrances video.
Oh, that would go on there.
It would be on there for like some sort of a ghosty thing that crawls out of a grave. Like, I'm making it sound so disgusting, but it's actually not. It's very unexpected. It is kind of spooky though, just because it's different. It's different. It's unusual.
It's unusual. It's not your typical traditional fragrance.
It is as far away from Reve L'Ossian as I think it is possible for two fragrances to be. Maybe not. Maybe there's more extreme ones, but Reve L'Ossian is fizzy and sparkling and pink and effervescent and like pink and bright. And this is very like spooky and grounded and you really do get the mushrooms, and it's kind of not gray, but if it was a color, it would be gray.
I'm not sure where you're getting the pink with the Reve D'Ossian.
I smell pink.
Pink bubblegum?
No, that was something else that we smelled earlier today.
Anyway, very unique fragrance for Chypre Mousse. I'm not sure I'm seeing or smelling pink from the Reve D'Ossian. I get lots of gummy resins with Reve D'Ossian, ambery touches, but we're different.
But very, very, this is quality craftsmanship. This is artistic. This is not artistic. This is artistry. That's the word.
Now, you do know these are fragrances that used to exist in the past, and they brought them back, correct?
I don't know anything about it.
Anyway, you should also smell.
Well.
You should also smell their fragrance called Horizon.
Do you have it?
I do not, which is probably going to be one of the ones I get next because it's a Patch Ho Dream Come True.
I love when my Patch Ho dreams come true.
But now we're going to speak about another Ho. No, we're going to speak about Vetiver Royal Bourbon.
I feel like this one's going to be a powerhouse.
So,
I don't know. Let me smell you first.
So there is a boozy touch with this one, but
Not specifically bourbon.
no, but I think the bourbon is the style of vetiver. It's from where it comes from, but it's not necessarily known for boozy. But I do get a little bit of a boozy touch.
There's an alcohol there, but I don't know if it's specifically bourbon in the glass.
This is a very damp, earthy vetiver with green mint. There's some tobacco. There's a little bit of thyme. I definitely pick up juniper, some dry elements of immortelle.
Yeah, as it opens, it definitely goes into the juniper and almost like a piney sort of a conifer quality.
Coniferous, yeah. Some oak moss. There's some sandalwood. There's a little bit of lily. There's soil tincture in here as well. Some labdanum for the ambery touches and smoky touches.
It's not hugely big. Reve D'Ossian is like... this one is a little more demure, I think. Not saying it doesn't project at all, but if you've also, like me, smelled primarily Reve D'Ossian, that is bigger than this.
This one actually surprisingly has great longevity, but I don't find it to be one of the beasts that screams. It's more of a subdued kind of a vetiver, which is fine because sometimes you want that. And today it was raining and I felt like this would have been so good because it already has a very damp, smelly, almost like a sweaty smell. Not necessarily body sweat, but like plants that sweat, that kind of a smell. And also it would have been really perfect with the rain outside because the rain itself was not a cold rain. It was a humid rain or a hotter rain or warmer rain. So I feel like vetiver and rain are like two friends that go together very nicely. But this is really lovely. You can also smell a little bit of green licorice in there.
It changes every time I put my nose to you. It's been, yeah, all 3-4 times now that I've smelled your hand, it's been slightly different. It's kind of moved from a conifer leaf needle thing to more of a resinous quality.
Do you get any coffee?
No.
Coffee grounds?
No.
Interesting.
I don't.
It's quite lovely.
It's very nice. It's very nice.
Vetiver Royal Bourbon. What else do we have here? So this next one is the most difficult one to say.
How are you gonna say it?
Foin Fraichement Coupe.
That's not what the Google said.
How do you say it?
I see. I shouldn't have said anything. Fraichement.
Foin Fraichement Coupe.
That's something like that.
So this is fresh cut hay or something like that?
It was something about hay.
Yeah.
Hay. Which conveniently enough is one of the ingredients.
Yeah, hay. Musk, hay, angelica, star anise, clary sage, mint, ivy, saffron. Or not saffron, but sainfoin. Is that how you say it? Sainfoin?
Sainfoin.
And clover. So sainfoin is a type of hay. I looked it up. And
so there's two kinds of hay.
Yeah, hay.
Hay.
But it's a very green hay experience.
So the bottles actually say that this house was founded in 1720.
Okay, I was wrong. Not even the 1800s, but the 1700s.
Yeah, wow. So that's a little while ago.
A little while ago. So while ago.
This is fizzy, sort of aldehydic, even though that's not listed.
For some odd reason, I get mimosa with this one. Do you get mimosa?
I do get a little of that soft sort of a feel. It's, it might be the Angelica.
Could be.
But it's...
I think it's the hay, personally. The same foin or something.
Well, I don't have any context for that. But it's almost a floral, and mimosa is a floral, and it's a soft floral.
But yeah, there's no flower. Well, Angelica is a flower.
So
it's a green, bitter flower.
But this has like a sort of a powdery feeling to it.
Yeah, it's very powdery, actually. That's what's giving it. I feel like there's mimosa in here, and I don't have mimosa credited, and it acts like it's mimosa. Maybe it's haymosa.
Haymosa.
No, but it's a very green
I think
flower.
clover's flower.
Clover is flower.
They do.
Yeah.
I can't quite think of something else that smells like it.
So it's unique.
But it's familiar.
It's unfamiliar and familiar at the same time.
I can't think of a dupe for it, but it's a very familiar sort of a smell.
I was thinking it might smell a little bit like Komorebi 9.1 from Pierre Guillaume.
Should we grab that and see?
Nah, it's fine. Don't you think?
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little bit. Without the mint.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Without the mint.
It's not quite as green. It doesn't have... I mean, this technically has mint listed, but I don't get the same mint as I do.
Yeah, I don't get the mint. Well, it's coming out now.
It's a different mint, though. It's on your skin. It's almost like a wintergreen mint. I don't have any mint on me, but the Komorebi has a different kind of mint.
It's more fresh cut green mint, I think.
Yeah, this is... You know what I mean? Like wintergreen gum?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't care for wintergreen gum.
That's the mint, though.
I like the smell. It's powdery. It's very almondy. Maybe it's heliotrope.
That's not listed.
It's not listed. I don't know. But Foin Fraichement Coupe.
Yeah, that was so good.
That's how you're supposed to say it.
Foin Fraichement
I'm not French,
Coupe.
but I'm trying my best, guys.
Yeah, well, we did run through the pronunciation ahead of time, which tragically we just don't remember.
But it's a wonderful fragrance. I think it's perfect for spring. It smells like spring.
I think that'll be really nice for spring.
Speaking of spring, we have another one that's like really, really spring in the bottle. Deja Le Printemps. This one right here.
The Google pronunciation, Deja Le Printemps.
This one is basically spring already is what it translates to. Or spring now.
Now.
Spring already. This is all about fig leaves, grass, clover, mint, chamomile, cedar, galbanum, vetiver, musk, lily of the valley, orange blossom.
I like all those things.
Very grassy and green, and there's a little bit of powdery touch with this one as well. Do you think?
This one's much greener than the Foin Fraichement Coupe. This is...
I fell in love with this when I went to their boutique in Paris.
It's so soft. It's
so good.
It's very, very green though, but it's not... It is like fresh cut grass, whereas maybe the other one did have hay. And, hay. And this is just grass, like, but very like juicy, healthy, hydrated grass. There you go. But it does have that little
Before
milky...
it turns into milk? After the
No,
cows
the milky...
eat it?
Gross. The milky quality is like the fig... almost
fig
like
milk?
Philossicus, you know, like that milky kind of feeling is there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is beautiful.
Would you wear this?
I probably would. Well, it's so far it's wearing really well on me.
Oh.
It's really nice.
Yeah. But you know what? This is smelling a little bit like ivy. The ivy from...
Foin Fraichement Coupe.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
But this is wonderful, guys. I featured this in my spring list.
I do want to wear this spring.
It's so good.
It's nice on you. It's different on you than on me. Oh my goodness. A little warning.
So anyway, that's Deja Le Printemps.
Deja Le Printemps.
Deja Le Printemps.
Yes, it was. I really that's growing on me. I really like the grass. That's very pretty.
The cannabis?
No, just the regular
Just the grass.
garden variety.
All right, so I do have a little mini bottle of one of their colognes. This is called L'Eau De Corse.
What was this? What?
Colognes.
Why are we here?
Colognes.
Why?
Because this is a cologne. Their cologne series.
It's an extrait concentré.
It's their cologne series, and this one's called L'Eau De Corse.
It's
water of Corsica. Basically, it's bitter orange, myrtle flower, and labdanum.
Ooh.
Try it. I'm out of space.
Oh, are you?
Okay, I'll try it and I'll find.
That was quick. Oh. Oh my goodness. 3! Good gracious.
You always go with 3.
No, you don't. Go with 1. Ooh. What's that?
It has a very eau de cologne styling to it, but it's inspired by the island of Corsica, and it's the water of Corsica.
Oh my goodness, it's so juicy though. Colognes are a lot of times sort of, you get one big splash of alcohol and it's done. The orange is very dense.
The bitter orange, yeah.
Ooh, but it's like the peel, the orange. It's
the bitter orange peel, yeah.
Yeah.
The skin.
Yeah, but like with pith. It's got that bitter
Pith. It's pithy.
I am often pithy.
Anyway, this is L'Eau De Corse.
Oh, I like this. This would be great for summer.
This is perfect for summer, actually.
Ooh, yum. That's really delicious.
So I think for the next video, we're going to have to get a few more.
Wait, is that everything?
That's it. Yeah, I think we've spoken about everything.
Yeah, we
6
did
of
do.
them.
It just went, the time flew.
It went by fast, but I think on the next video, and on our next Patch Ho video, we're going to have to speak about Horizon, because
You just want an excuse to get it.
it's so damn good. The patchouli is
like
amazing.
patchouli.
It's a boozy patchouli, in the ballpark of reminiscence patchouli, Javoy psychedelic.
Excellent.
So we like those. Horizon.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm down.
On the horizon
L'Eau De
will be
Corse,
Horizon.
or L'Eau De Corse, is really the surprise. Deja Le Printemps I really like, and L'Eau De Corse I really like. I already loved Reve D'Ossian,
Reve D'Ossian.
which we haven't talked about what that means. I thought a Reve was a party, but I could be wrong.
Not rave.
It's probably where the word came from, if that's true.
Reve D'Ossian.
Reve.
Rave at the church?
What?
Rave at the church?
Is that a thing?
No, I don't know.
I don't think that's a thing. There is a church in San Francisco where people roller skate. It's called the Church of Eight Wheels. Get it? Because roller skates have 8 wheels. And I think it was going to be condemned. And then whomever these lovely individuals saved it and made it into a roller skating rink, which is somewhat sacrilegious.
Where is this?
It's...
Is it in Soma, that big church?
No, it's like Hayes Valley up by...
I don't know Hayes Valley.
It's like on Fillmore?
Oh.
But ish, I think, maybe. Anyway, this is totally irrelevant.
Yeah.
Great brand.
house. Great fragrances. Love the house. If you're ever in Paris, go visit their boutique. It's tiny, but it's chock full of everything you can get from this house.
Starting in the year 1720.
Yeah, it is an old house. We're celebrating. This is 2020.
Wow.
300?
Wow.
300 years old. Wait, no, 400. No, 300.
1820, 1920, 2020.
3 years. 300 years.
Whoa, math.
That's a long time.
That's great. I'm really glad that they were resurrected because these are lovely.
Anyway, guys, if you have any questions or comments, do let me know. Put a comment down. If you know these fragrances and have sampled them, let me know.
Tell us which other ones we should try.
Yeah, and tell us. Do you know Horizon?
They have a lot.
They do have quite a bit. They're all great. The packaging is amazing, guys. Great, great presentation. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.